Hello everyone and welcome to Project Ozone 3 Mythic Mode, episode 6. Today we have to make some progress on getting ourselves some capacitors so that we can make our PCBs from Pneumaticraft. So let's get started. Welcome to my farming area. I have made this because I would quite like to get myself some red seeds, which is just a really easy way to get redstone at this point before we get into mystical agriculture. So we have another sphere. We are on the west side over here. Here's our little view from above. We have 10-10-10ing channels here, so we'd put a seed on one end and it will slowly climb all the way around and should hopefully be 10-10-10 by the other end. I have some breeding plots over here for crossbreeding, some for gravel ones and some for normal ones. Again, these won't fit everything. Some things need sand, soul sand for example, but it should do a few things that we want right now. I should probably do it for cactus because that's sort of the main thing I'm struggling with at the moment to make the lily pads of fertility. So we'll see about that. This won't be the room in which we do actual farming. There's quite a lot of space underneath as well, which is not the most ideal, but I like the sphere shape over a dome. No, I think I will be doing the farming in the void dimension because the speed I wanted to go might cause lag, so I thought it'd be better to just kick it somewhere hidden and stuff like that. So we need to breed some red seeds. For our first crossbreed, we are going to need pumpkin seeds and melon seeds, and these will crossbreed onto some gravel with iron underneath it to give us ferranum. It does have to have the ore underneath or it won't grow, so there it is. I made an exchanging gadget to make this a little easier, and here are the ores so far under here. It's a bit more annoying when you have to do these big lines of them, but we won't need to do that. I don't think really no, I think we do need to 10-10-10 quite a lot of them because you would use, let's see, if we make iron seeds, for example, eventually. Yeah, we'll need the 10-10-10 ferranum seed for that. Obviously, we don't have that quite yet, so let me just double check. Melon, pumpkin, 50% chance. So really, it's just a waiting game now. You saw how quick the pumpkin and melon seeds grew anyway, so we lost a lily pad. Hope not. I will move this over just to give it a bit extra range. I found that the best source of tick acceleration, especially early game really, is the lily pads of fertility. They are quite overpowered, I would say, compared to some of the other methods, so I don't really need them too close over there at the moment. That'll do. Yeah, so I always put tons and tons of them. I've never really had it lag. That's why there's so much water in this garden place, because I know I want a lot of lily pads of fertility. And now it's just sort of a waiting game until we get the ferrangum. I can't make a watering can just yet. It requires water essence I haven't made. Oh, I could, to be fair, make the water seeds, but I don't really think it's that good, to be honest. We'll see. I'll see how long this takes. Okay, I waited for a while and then nothing happened, and then I realised I hadn't put the iron under the right block. But look, pretty much as soon as I changed it, we got ferranum. So there we go, there's a ferranum seed. Thank you, seed. Next up, we need lavender. So that is a ferranum seed that's growing, and a potato seed, which should also grow faster. There we go. And now hopefully I've actually put the lapis under the correct one. Once this has grown, we should have a lavender seed. It should be, yes, there we go. There is our lavender, and that just does give us lapis, so if you ever needed a bunch of lapis, that will be the way to do it. Finally, I just need to plant lavender and ferranum, and eventually, not very long, we should get our red seeds. Now I don't have a seed analyzer, so I'll quickly go and make one. There we go. And we will just quickly analyze our red seed, and it should just be a 1-1-1 seed. It is. So now I need to just replace underneath here with lots of redstone ore. Now basically all I have to do is plant that here, and slowly but surely it will grow to full and then have a chance to crossbreed like so, and we'll go all the way around until it's 10-10-10. So that should be, it shouldn't take too long, I wouldn't imagine. This is all chunk loaded, so we should be fine, I think. And yeah, now we can just leave our cool orb. I haven't actually looked at it from the outside. Let's have a quick outside look. Very cool. I like how it looks. I'm tempted to cut the bottom off and just have it as a platform rather than an orb, but I just quite, maybe I'll fill it with something. I quite like having it as an orb. It looks cool. Cool glass orb. Maybe I'll make that opaque at the bottom or something. Who knows? Like maybe some green terracotta But yeah, slowly but surely. And these are the best because they don't give nuggets, they just give full redstone. So by the time you've 10, 10, 10 them, they give like ridiculous amounts of redstone, like 13 or something per. Sometimes I just keep this line to the red seeds anyway and just have them and just use them to grow redstone. So we can, I mean, I will obviously want to set up and harvest it. What's it called? A plant gatherer? To be fair, we could probably make one of these while we're waiting. To begin our industrial foregoing journey, I need to make myself a tree fluid extractor. I've also made myself a mechanical user as well. Oh, and that's a quest. Okay, so here's my setup to get ourselves dry rubber. Yes, it's not perfectly automated because I'm not cooking the dry rubber, but whatever. Basically, we have a bonsai pot making us acacia wood, which goes into a mechanical user, which places the block in front of a tree fluid extractor, which gets us 3 millibuckets of latex every second tick. Not quite sure. I don't think it's every tick. It doesn't feel like every tick. Whatever. We can add more of these later. They don't take up any power or anything. I just didn't really have enough machine blocks. We have a little buffer here just in case we need it. We very likely don't ever need this, to be quite honest, but whatever. I do like having a buffer. This goes into a latex processing unit, which gets us tiny dry rubber with water and power. The tiny dry rubber goes into a compactor and is compacted into dry rubber, which we can then process to get ourselves plastic. We don't have very much right now, but the hope is that just plays infinitely and then we will forever have enough plastic. And we only needed a couple bits of plastic to be able to make ourselves the plant gatherer. Everything else should be fairly easy. We do need to build a multi-block to make the hydraulic press. It's a piece of paper and a iron ingot, and I think it takes specifically magnetic craft power. I'm not sure where to put this. Maybe also in here, as I am going to use it similarly. So, okay, it does actually fit quite nicely there, so maybe I will just put it there, or maybe a little bit closer. And here it is. One hydraulic press, and it does look very cool if I do. I was going to say if I do say so myself, but it's not like I actually made this myself, and this will be used to make heavy plates. Now, if I am correct, it does not take RF notice, which is a pain, so I'm going to have to figure something out. Right. This is the solution. It is a thermopile with a magma block and a snow block next to it, and you can do hotter and colder things. This is just the easiest. So yeah, we want heavy tungsten plates, I think. Yes, so I'm going to go grab some tungsten from in here. We have tons of tungsten now, plenty of tungsten. I don't ever remember having this much tungsten before. It's probably because I sifted so much netherrack. But I chuck it in, I think, and nothing happens. I assume yes. Maybe it needs a little bit more power before it actually starts up. We'll see. Immediate change of plans. I'm stupid. I found an RF transformer. Actually, I don't know which way around it transforms. Surely the way I want it to, because otherwise I would be sad. And it doesn't want me to be sad. Let me pick all of this up. Sorry, Snow. We don't need you. And we should just be able to... Oh dear, it's not in a very good location, is it? Hello, Blitz. And I should just be able to connect this up like so. Welcome to the underground of the cabling system. It's actually pretty good, apart from when you do silly things like that. Because it's sort of like, it is kind of out of the way of everything. And there's plenty of space to do it. Right, come on, connect. There we go. That's probably easiest. Yeah, I think... Yes, I don't really understand magnetocraft, but it appears to be working with the power that I gave it instead of magnetocraft power. I don't know how I've never found that before. That was a much easier solution. It's a tiny bit pricey on the redstone because you need 4 redstone blocks, but it's not a big deal. And now, I mean, this is still slow, but at least we've actually got power for it. But there we go, heavy tungsten plates. And I've just collected everything. We should be able to make ourselves a plant gatherer. And I can't quite remember how the range works. Show working area, 3x3. Okay, that's perfect. That's exactly what I wanted. So we have that working in a 3x3. I'm not quite sure where to put this at the moment. Oh, I should also probably start doing cactus as well. Yeah, because that's really what's holding me up on making these lily pads of fertility. We've got a bunch of lily pads. It is just the cactus green. Oh, good. I've got a cactus here. Lovely. So I'll set that off. Yeah, lovely. And when I got back, all the red seeds have been completed. So let me just break this one and we will see if it's 10, 10, 10. It should be really. That seems long enough in my eyes. It is. Yeah, it is 10, 10, 10. Lovely stuff. So we don't actually need any of this. I will pick up the lily pads of fertility for now and chuck them over here so the cactus speeds up a bit. Because I would like to make some more of these, again, to prevent having to do that. So now the cactus should grow a little bit faster. And we have our red seeds. So, I mean, I could set this up in the other dimension. I'm tempted just to have a little temporary setup just to get me some quick and dirty redstone, really, is what I'm thinking. Let's see. Well, let me just for now nab. We're not doing any seed breeding again for a little while, so I can nab some of these. This shouldn't be an issue, and I will head back over to one of our places and see where I can set it up nicely. Well, despite having used them loads in the past and them not having any issues, lily pads of fertility seem to cause absolutely horrendous lag now. Like, ridiculous levels of lag. Like, I was dropping to 9 FPS by just having a few around here, which is really weird to me because I've never had problems with them before. Let me try. I've turned the particles off because of it as well, seeing if maybe that was the reason. But like, look, just, I don't know. Now it feels fine again. I was getting like 80 chunk updates a second ago. Let me turn particles back on. Odd. They don't seem to be lagging now. Maybe they just get broken sometimes. I don't know. Weird. Right, well, it's running now. We are growing redstone. We are harvesting it pretty much as soon as it's grown. We are getting fine FPS. It's actually, yeah, I think it's the mob farm's probably the, I don't know. There's something lagging because I can see the chunk updates being quite, 69 chunk updates. Oh, I don't know, maybe it's just things not loading, and who knows, if it drops again, we'll see. I'm going to move it to the other dimension sometime anyway, so it's only temporary, but yeah, I mean, this will help boost our redstone production. I mean, we're on 59, literally, like a minute ago, and now we're on 66 stacks, so this will really help just boost the redstone production, and it's just behind here for now. There was space, it's unobtrusive, you can't even see it. I feel as though I'd never noticed this before, but you can do the electrotine ingots in the alloy smelter or alloy furnace as well. I think I need to put there's a filter in here, isn't there? Yeah, I had absolutely no idea. So I'm sure that wasn't a thing before. I'm sure it's updated since I last played. Let's have a quick check and see if our diamantine finished. That's not the right room. We're over here. 29. Yes, that's exactly how many I made. Lovely. So this has all been working perfectly fine. I was aiming to make a bunch of capacitors. That's sort of the aim. So I'm just sort of waiting on a lot of alloys for that. At some point we won't have to cook the alloys. You'll just be able to seed them up. But right now we're just waiting. I've been back over to the Prismarine farm. Now that looks like it's gone up. I don't really know what's the problem with it. It's like, I don't know if these pipes aren't working because they're not chunk loaded or something. No, surely it's just off. Strange. The item conduit was too slow, so I made myself a resonance servo. It's just got a normal item down, but it's keeping up again now, which is very nice. So we're back we've probably, yeah, we've doubled our redstone, and it's literally been 5 minutes. It's crazy fast. And this isn't like redstone. You can get redstone seeds. I don't know if they're even worth it, to be quite honest, because you make, yeah, okay, you get 12 essence about the same speed. It might be just better, but this is simpler and perfect for what we need right now. So yeah, redstone won't be an issue anymore, which is nice. And I went with this because it's cheaper than making like a bunch of electrical steel and pistons. Extract upgrades for Ender are actually really kind of expensively, or just not even expensive, just annoying to craft by hand, so I can't be bothered. So So yeah, that's just you waiting for a lot of this energetic alloy, to be quite honest, and also for a bit of electrotine because I want to make a stack of pulsating crystals. The sort of backlog of being able to make a lot of empowered diamantine is definitely the rhodochrosite because we need to mine redstone ore to do that. There is the other way where we rock crush granite, which we will do in the future. The problem is it requires this machine chassis, which needs plutonium, and we probably need to go to Erebus for that or make a big reactor. I think everything else we can do. Yeah, probably, but we just, Erebus would help. To be fair, I could make a big reactor, but I don't feel so desperate for rhodochrosite right now that I think that's something I will be bothered doing. I don't know when we go to Erebus, to be quite honest. Oh, we could go right now. I don't really like Erebus though. We'll see. Now, mild test. Let's see how fast this refills, because this is another way for us to get prismarine shards if our farm's not working very well. It refills pretty fast. Okay, that's probably alright, and we turn quartz into prismarine without too much issue doing it like that then. And I assume we can just sag mill. Yeah, and we get prismarine crystals, lovely stuff. Shall we eat an anti-spider eye? We shall not. I can't just eat it off the bat. That's sad. While I wait for more alloy, we have enough. Where is it? Over here. To make myself a stack of double layer capacitors. So into the machine. Yay. Crafting. It's so cool. It's so cool. And the reason I made 8 is just because we'd be making more double layer than anything else, if you see, because it halves each time. So, it's just quicker. This would take... These are not fast things. It wasn't... it was expensive, but it wasn't really expensive. A bit fiddly. But, look at this speed. We get 8, every few seconds. That's crazy good. I love it. Literally, less than 30 seconds, I would say. 64 AA capacitors. Absolutely crazy. And to prepare myself for making the melodic capacitor, we shall make a slice and splice. I am going to need some more conduit, I think. Energy conduit. Can I make... Oh, good, I can make a bit more. That's good, because I thought it was out. So I'll put it here, which is not the most ideal. Whoops, in terms of wiring, but it's not an issue, really. There we are. That'll be good. And I can go and get a... I think we've got some octadic capacitors, whatever. Capacitor? Yeah, we've got a few spare. We've also got this one. I don't really know what these do. I don't like to use them. And now our splice and slice is ready. Apart from having I'll make some dark steel stuff. And now this is all ready to go once we get on to the melodic ones, which is a little ways off. We can make everything for it, I think. But God, it's so expensive, all of this stuff, just in terms of making alloys. We could probably do with an alloy smelter, but I think the plan is just to push the A2. Then once I get into auto crafting, mind you, A2 is still probably a stack, if not more. Oh god, yeah, it's 2 PCBs each. So if I wanted to make 9, that's 27 capacitors. Okay, is it? 9 times 2 is 18. 18 times 3, 54. 54 capacitors, which is actually quite a lot. I don't understand why these need to be so expensive. I do. It's Mythic mode, of course these are expensive. But goodness gracious me, this is going to take me a while to get. If I try and aim for a stack, that's quite a lot. It's mainly just waiting for this to finish cooking. So let's say we want a stack of melodic and a stack of... we want a stack of capacitors and a stack of transistors. This will mean we need a stack of melodic capacitors and 8 energized, which is a lot less and probably doesn't need as big a dramatic factory as it has, but that's okay. The issue is, to make 64 melodic capacitors, we will need a total of 2080 grainy capacitors, which is 4,160 red alloy ingots, which is rather a lot. So the thing is, okay, we need a stack of melodic, but we also need these microchips, which take transistors, which take the energized capacitors. So we do need to make 4 of them just to finish this off to get enough transistors. That's not really a big deal or anything. But yeah, it's mainly the melodic capacitors that is an issue. we now have, I mean, basically we have completely infinite redstone, so that's nice. So we have two options. One is we let this run with 2 redstone and 1 osmium per red alloy, which takes a little bit of time, but gets us there in the end, to get us 4,160 red alloy, which is, let me just see how many stacks that is, because that's quite a lot. 65 stacks. Oh, pretty much exactly 65 stacks. And this is not that. This is like less, and it does take some time. The alternative method is, now we have basically infinite redstone. We craft it using iron. This would mean we need quite a lot of redstone. I've just got my spreadsheet open here. We would need 520 stacks of redstone. And if we look here, we actually very much do have that. So, you know, it is an option. It's a slow option is the only issue I'm seeing. I don't know if we can make an RF Tools crafter. Definitely not. We should be able to make a sequential fabricator. Yes, do I have any empowered lapis? Yep, I do. That's good. Palace, whatever it is. So that's our other option. We can make a sequential fabricator. That shouldn't be a big issue, and we can get that to craft for us. I don't know how fast it is. We may need to make a few upgrades, but it's probably the best option, I think. So let's work on that. And a bit of time later, we can make ourselves a sequential fabricator. Now I am just waiting on this to do more things, including make me some silver gears. Why have I put the electrum in there? Silver gears, please. Yes, I've left some other stuff in here to make more engineering blocks with. Signalum takes absolutely forever to cook. It's ridiculous. Okay, I have automated red alloy using redstone purely because I think we're making enough. I'm not storing infinite. We are storing, well, 16,000, which is probably still quite a bit, maybe a bit too many. It just has an iron upgrade in, so that's the least I could upgrade it. 4,000 just seemed a little not enough when we need like 4,160 just to make the melodic capacitors. And anyway, this isn't pulling out incredibly, insanely fast, so we shouldn't accidentally... I mean, look, we're still gaining redstone, I think. Yes, we are still gaining redstone, just... I don't know, actually, maybe we're not. But either way, I don't want this drain out of redstone very fast, so we should be fine to have this running. We won't run out of iron. We've got 99,000. So yeah, basically what I'm doing is I have 2 resonant servos on item ducts on each of the barrels. They both go over to the sequential fabricator, which has a resonant receiver on, which means we can only have 5 stacks of each in here. I did that because I couldn't I wasn't sure if you could lock the spaces in here. So it's probably a little slow because of that specifically. Yeah, because it don't seem to come in quite in stacks. Seems to come in a bit slower. I don't know why. Is it over here that it's just, yeah, no, 64, don't know. It's a little bit slow anyway. I will look up, there's this thing, the pattern validator. Okay, 2 slots are designated for, maybe we should make this actually then. Okay, I think it is now, I don't know. It doesn't seem that much faster, to be quite honest. Redstone seems to have trouble coming over here. I don't know. Yeah, look, things get sort of trapped. Oh well, whatever. It's working. We're getting what we want. Yeah, it doesn't seem incredible. I mean, it's not getting bunged up or anything. We should be fine. We're making red alloy at a steady pace, faster than we were anyway. We are using more redstone to do it, but I mean, who cares? This is fine. I'll move some of this over as well. I mean, to be fair, I could do the same for electroline, but I don't think I don't think we need quite as much, and also we don't have infinite electroline like we do redstone, but there we go. Red alloy's pretty much automated. And yeah, I've just connected up to the furnaces via the ore processing with an extract card, so it can go into the speedy furnaces and just be cooked. And that's why it's in this wall here, just so it can be extracted. Mild surprise, we're actually out of grains of infinity, which is quite annoying. Yeah, so that's just lovely. I guess I can just sag mill. It's annoying, we're like literally a stack off. Yeah, this isn't really fast enough. New plan. Igniter from random things. Super cheap, super easy to make. It will keep this piece of bedrock ignited and send stuff back into our ender chest. It might even be better than the other things we've set up. Maybe I'll put like a bunch in the hunting dimension or something. Okay, I think the igniter's way better. And this should help us up our production just a little bit more. I've just got 9 igniters here, all chunk loaded. We've already made 7 or 8, and it's actually just been down. So this should help, hopefully, speed things up a little bit. And we literally need like 6 more, and we're good. So come on, 4 more. Come on, let me make my stupid things, that my grainy capacitors that I have to make way too many of. Come on, you can do this. One more. Yes. And now we've done basic. Let's get on. Well, we've done grainy. Let's get on to basic. Obviously, not all of these will be turned into basic. Some of them will need to be silver as well. So I've only got enough copper in there to make the required amount of capacitors. So it should be fine. I'm going to try to make some better capacitors to try and speed things up. So I've put in everything for the, what are they called? Crystalline capacitors. So we'll put those in like so. We should be crafting them. We should get 7 when all's done. This is all I can make right now. So that's going to be slightly faster. I'll use the 7th one to do a automatic upgrade on here, just to help. Yep, that's already a little bit faster. And what I shouldn't really close them, whatever. What we can do 2 things. We can make the totemic or the melodic. I don't know which is faster. This one we can then also make into a stellar capacitor if I have stellar alloy, which does require a nether star. I think it could be worth it. So that's 2. We can make 3 melodic. Let's save 2. I don't know where to put all of these. Let's just put them in the bottom of here for now, like so. Yeah, so, I mean, totemic I kind of want to make just for the quest, but I just can't be bothered to make these right now. So we'll leave that, and we'll make 2 melodic. Okay, so let's give this a go. We want 2 crystalline capacitors, 1 end steel, 2 melodic, and an ardite. And that will give us a melodic capacitor. So we do that one more time. Perfect. And for the next bit, we need a shulker shell. But luckily for us, oh, he gave me a pearl. That's not what I want, you silly shulker. Basically, we have like endless soul vials full of shulkers from the mob farm. Oh dear. They're good if they don't, teleport as soon as I place them. I'm sure he'll come back again. Yay, shulker shell. So I think I've got everything. There we go. And that's our stellar capacitor. So now, is that not a quest? Watch me have not done the quest. No, because I needed to get endergenic. Whatever. There we go. Now this should be, if I actually have it so it can have items in it, a lot faster. Yeah, it's just powering up right now, but once it's full on power, hopefully it will actually be somewhat speedy, because honestly it's so painful waiting for this. We need 16 stacks of energetic alloy for the next bit. I've been making electrum in here instead because it's really fast and can actually do that. So yeah, also we are running out of redstone. I mean, not running out, but it's definitely going down. So I will turn this off if this gets too low. We're halfway to full already, so that's not too bad. And there's some in here as well that can increase that too. Instead of just waiting, I'm going to start processing these. And off we go, making capacitors like it's nobody's business. Very cool, very fun. But now, oh my goodness, we get so many. Oh no, we already had a stack in there. I was like, wow, that's so fast. We've already got over a stack, but no, we already had a stack in there. But it's still really relatively fast, to be quite honest, compared to doing this all by hand or anything else. We just dump stuff in a chest, we make capacitors. And I feel like I was like, oh, I'm going to do pneumaticraft. And I was like, no, we have to do the capacitors. And now we haven't touched pneumaticraft. I've turned all the pressurized things off. Let me go and check on it. Whoopsie. Yeah, I turned them all off because we had an explosion. Is there still pressure in here? Yes, I've turned them all off, but we still have pressure. This thing, I've got no idea how it works. you can tell me how it works, but I'm probably ahead of you by the time this episode comes out for you. So you can tell me, but I might have either figured it out or moved on. So if you see this being wrong for like 5 more episodes, that's why. I do listen. I'm just ahead normally. So yeah, that's actually is doing stuff. Perfect, I guess. Apart from I can't really do anything with it. I found the shulker. He was in here. He's dead now. Okay, lovely stuff. We have tons of grains of infinity now. Way more just because of those igniters. Don't use firewater. It sucks. Igniters are much better. I didn't notice. Look what it does. That looks so cool. I love lasers. These are literally some of the best. Now I figured out how to use them. They're so easy to use. Beautiful, all our capacitors, and now we have to wait again because I don't have enough. Oh, I've got a little bit of vibrant alloy, not really enough, but I've got a little bit which we can use to make our 4 stacks of octadic capacitors. I mean, to be fair, this is nowhere near enough of literally any of it because we need 8 stacks of vibrant alloy, which is something we definitely don't have because we don't even have that much energetic alloy. So more processing. The stellar capacitor is definitely helping, though it is definitely faster. I could do with another alloy smelter, to be quite honest, but I just don't want to make one. That's it. I just don't want to make one until I have 82 because they were a pain. But whatever. I can still get it started. Where are we? So I've just been sort of messing about while I wait for alloys and capacitors and stuff, and I've got myself a couple of buckets of pink slime, which I will just leave here for 2 seconds. Make me glow, make me glow. Just so we can get some pink slime balls more than anything. I think in this pack you can do the little trick with the, oh, I didn't get one. That sucks. I think you can do the trick with the, compacting drawers, so you can just put one in and then you can just put like slime blocks in and you get loads, which would be good. Can't remember if it's just like normal slime blocks or what, but where's the other guy? Come here. Oops, I've made a mess. Terrible mess. Hopefully that is a thing, because it would be a shame if it wasn't. Maybe I'll put this in a more sort of contained location. I assume that'll disappear over time, so I'm trying that. If I can ever actually get the slime to spawn. I'm being very impatient. Oh, where's my bucket? Oh, that's why it wasn't going down. The bucket is still up there somewhere. Gimme. There we go. I'm not doing very well right now. So yeah, I just want a bit of pink slime. We'll need crystalline pink slime for a few things that I was planning to try out. So I thought the more pink slime we have, the better. I've got my slime. Yes, it is that one. Perfect. That's fine. So now I just actually need to find some slime saplings. Oh, there's a slime island just there. Yeah, we haven't, I think the last slime island I had didn't have any slime saplings, so we didn't actually have any. So I will just, we didn't have enough leaves for me to get any, so I will get a slimy sapling from over here, and we can start okay, there we go, we've already got a sapling. What's the word? You know, bonsai potting it all. And we should be good. Yay. Oh, that's plenty. Lovely. And I'll take the slime while we're here as well. And obviously some of the slimy dirt. Yummy. We have our slimy sapling farm. And now if I put slime blocks in here, let me get a key so that we don't accidentally empty everything out. There we go. Infinite pink slime. Lovely stuff. So now I can make myself crystalline pink slime. And while I was doing that, we have our 4 stacks of octadic capacitors. Now, next up is quite expensive because we are going to need 4 stacks of crystalline alloy. And yes, we definitely don't have that. That means we need 16 stacks of like pulsating iron and stuff. I think, okay, at least this seems to be somewhat stopped for now. So that's good. Let me turn this off and we'll get that going. The good thing about pulsating iron is you can use the friender pearls, which is good. No, you can't. It's the other alloys that use the friender pearls. You have to use ender pearls for this. We also don't have enough diamantine or diamantine. We really need the rhodochrosite, so I think we might have to go to the Erebus and get a rock crusher just so I can get this plutonium. I think the only way, apart from, I think the dust, yeah, I think the only way is with this formic acid. And cyanide is, yes, okay, cyanide's got a fake recipe in this one, that's what I remember. So I guess we need to go to the Erebus. However, because this episode is getting a little bit long and we don't want to go too long with the episode so far, I think it's probably a good time to end today's episode. Sorry we didn't get that much done today. The capacitor thing is a big bottleneck, and I kind of want to have the PCBs made and ready before we start delving into some magic, so please bear with me. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.